Mind Marvel present. Dragons have been a part of folklore and mythology in civilizations spanning from ancient China to medieval Europe and beyond. Now, here's where it gets interesting. Among these legends, dragons are being depicted very powerful, often associated with elements like fire and water. Other than dragons, there are primarily three creatures whose existence on Earth has been established. The four great beasts, the black tortoise, the vermilion bird, the white tiger, and the azure dragon, representing the four directions, north, south, west, and east respectively. Phoenix, also known as vermilion bird, holds a deep connection with the concept of yin and yang. Yin represents the feminine, passive, and dark aspects, while yang represents the masculine, active, and light aspects. In Western mythology, the phoenix is often associated with death and rebirth. It is said to burst into flames and be born again from its own ashes. This cycle of death and resurrection symbolizes immortality and the eternal nature of the soul. The black tortoise, it is closely associated with longevity and immortality. It is believed that the tortoise carries the secret to eternal life, and Taoist immortals often seek its wisdom and guidance. The tortoise is often depicted as the guardian of the elixir of immortality, a legendary potion that grants eternal life. Kylin, the white tiger, legends describe it as a gentle and peaceful creature. As the Kylin is believed to be a benevolent creature, its appearance is regarded as an auspicious sign. It is also believed that the Kylin would only appear during the reign of a good ruler, or shortly before the birth or death of a sage. Lastly, azure dragons, these creatures were claimed to have varied features over several eras. The winged dragon is said to reside in the sky, and is the ancestor of dragons. It controls the four seasons, and descendants of the Yellow Emperor. The coiling dragon is said to live on the earth, and not be able to fly to the sky. It is said that the coiling dragon can control time. The horned dragon, according to Chinese legend, is a dragon that has lived more than 500 years, and at that age, developed horns. It is a powerful and evil dragon that often makes floods. The Dragon King, or Old Dragon, is the most powerful and intelligent Chinese dragon in China's mythology. It can change into different shapes, even human beings. It is said that it can control all the seas of China in all directions. But what exactly is a dragon? The answer varies depending on where you look. In Greek mythology, dragons were often depicted as formidable serpents guarding sacred treasures or secret places, while medieval Europe dragons transitioned from guardians to antagonists. In stories featuring knights and saints, representing the triumph of Christianity over paganism. The story of Saint George slaying a dragon to save a village became a popular legend, symbolizing the victory of good over evil. Egyptian mythology includes Apep, a serpent representing chaos, and the enemy of the sun god Ra. The battles between Apep and Ra were not just stories, they were symbolic narratives of the daily rebirth of the sun, and the triumph of order over chaos, light over darkness. Meanwhile, in Norse mythology, dragons like Fafnir guarded hoards of treasure, and clashed with heroic figures like Sigurd. But here's the twist: what if dragons weren't just creatures of myth? While dragons, as depicted in mythological tales, might seem fantastical, there are some scientific concepts that could potentially align with aspects of dragon legends. For instance, tales of dragons breathing fire might be inspired by real animals that possess venomous or fiery attributes, such as certain species of snakes, or the bombardier beetle. As science advanced, new discoveries added fuel to the fire of speculation. Creatures like the Komodo dragon, with its venomous bite, capable of spraying a scalding chemical brew, seem to mirror the fiery breath and toxic presence of dragons. Ancient fossils hinted at the existence of massive creatures that roamed the earth millions of years ago, although there's no tangible evidence of their existence. Instead, we're left with the stories and depictions passed down through generations. These stories may have been exaggerated over time, with some dragons even said to breathe fire. While it's tempting to dismiss it all as folklore, the scientific notion that large flying lizards might have existed is strangely compelling. Large birds from that time, like eagles, had bones that didn't fossilize well due to their porous nature. Some argue that dragons, if they existed, might have had similar bone structures, making their fossilization unlikely. Dragons have woven themselves into the fabric of human imagination. They are more than just creatures of flesh and blood, they represent deep cultural beliefs and aspirations. Now, picture this: if these dragons did exist, they would have been formidable creatures, potentially hunted by brave knights or ancient warriors. It's a captivating idea, isn't it? But for now, we can only marvel at the fantastical notion that dragons might have once roamed the skies, leaving their mark on human history in ways we're only beginning to comprehend. Like and subscribe, and keep supporting the channel.